Hello, citizens of I do not know where you live. Welcome to the channel. My name is Not Gonna Tell, and my face is Not Gonna Tell. No private information coming from me, but fun comic reviews coming to you. Right here we have Transformers Volume 1 by Daniel Warren Johnson and Mike Spicer. And honestly, this is an amazing comic. Remember, we're just going to be reviewing comics and breaking them down. I'm not going to read everything to you, but I will open up the book to a few pages which I find interesting and could deep diver into, or like a hidden meaning or like reference. But there's not many references. There isn't any. So let's get started. First up, we have the people doing this comic, Daniel Warren Johnson and Mike Spicer. Daniel Warren Johnson is doing both the writing and the art, and I've got to say, his robot art is really good, but for humans, it's like odd, I guess you could say. I have volume 2 as well. I don't have 3, 4, and 5 because I just got into comics like 5 months ago. And as you can see, they're both this almost the same, like the name, right? Energon Universe Volume 1, Volume 2, except the fact that here you can only see Daniel Warren Johnson and Mike Spicer, but here you see Daniel Warren Johnson and Jorge Corona. Sorry if I butchered the name, but Daniel Warren Johnson is doing the art here, and like I said, his human art is quite odd, whereas Jorge Corona, he makes everything a bit realistic. Like if you look at this panel of Carly, it looks kind of realistic. Or this one. Let me just show you a quick comparison. This is Spike, who I'll get into. This is human, okay? In the volume 2, he looks like a human, right? But if you look at Spike in volume 2, right? He's a kind of odd, especially his shadows. He's really blocked, and the lips are kind of odd. But nothing wrong to Daniel Warren Johnson. I'm just saying, I feel introducing Jorge Corona for the Transformers run was also a good idea. But let's get started to our actual review. Well, we've known that Daniel Warren Johnson we're just going to be doing volume 1 today. Volume 2 is for next episode. So I'll just leave that, get out of here. But yeah, overall, a 10 out of 10 book. I got 4 books this Christmas for right? It's the number 1 out of all the books, right? It's beautiful. And if you want to know what the books are, I got Transformers Volume 1, Transformers Volume 2, Batman Year 1, which I know people will say is on the Mount Rushmore of comic books, but I really love it. It was number 2 for me. And I also got Batman Noel, which is number 4. I really just like the art, and it's pretty good, but it's the Christmas Carol. But stop talking about the Christmas Carol, bleep. Anyways. Yeah, this is number 1. I really love it. It has a beautiful Optimus, and it carries on to issue 2 as well, because it's written by the same guy, just a different artist for each one. But yeah, as you can see, we have Optimus Prime on the front, and this is called Volume 1, and let's get into it. It's really nice. Mine is a bit off because so Mike Spicer is the colorer, and Russ Wooten, but he isn't really mentioned here, but it's okay. He's your letterer. A lot of the people for covers. So when we're getting started, give me a second. Okay, so coming back to this, we're gonna be opening this up. As you can see, the art is really nice, but the humans, it's kind of odd. Look at all that. The nose. That's where my biggest problem is. The nose. You see that? It's every single nose which Daniel Warren Johnson does, it has a feel to it where it's Pinocchio, but nothing against him, right? Nothing against any of these people who I'm talking about. So we open up with seeing Spike, his struggles, and if you don't know who Spike is, his dad is an ex-military, I think, and I don't know, yeah. But anyway, his brother Jimmy died, blah blah blah. Then we meet Spike's friend Carly, who's into art. As you can see, we have some random people. I'm sorry if I don't know if they're like actual characters. So like Spike's dad and him have like a tough relationship, I guess you could say. Like Spike, he's trying to be like, he just wants to have a nice time with his dad, and not like that, but like he just wants to have a nice life. But his dad is distanced from him because of Jimmy's death, who's Spike's brother, which I said already. And yeah, we meet Davy, who's Carly's mom. Sorry, dad. Mom is crazy. But anyways, they go like night. What is it? Yeah, they're looking like stargazing. Yeah, and they fall, and we see the Transformers, right, and like their ship. The rest of the stuff is skippable. But we meet Jetfire, who's like a transformer who's been searching on Earth for planets that are inhabitable. So he's actually been gone during the Autobot and Decepticon war, which is why we meet what is his name again? Starscream. Yeah, when we meet Starscream impales him, and also impales Bumblebee, which is honestly sad, and I really wish we could have used Bumblebee for some of the arcs, like Optimus facing struggles. I feel like he could have been also nice, but like I understand where they're going, and I haven't read 3, 4, and 5, so no spoilers for me yet. I will try to read them, but yeah, we just skip these, and we see Optimus Prime, who in all his beautiful glory, right? He looks amazing, and he like basically lectures Starscream shooting beings, and they have like an argument, and the stuff is, and we meet Ratchet. Right, Ratchet, my boy Ratchet, W Ratchet. So we can come here, and we see Optimus meeting Bumblebee, but he's kind of cooked, right? Like Bumblebee is like dead. He's impaled, right, to the face. Like, I mean, Energon could bring him back, but like sorry, no spoilers. We'll get more to that, right? And then we see Spike and Carly trying to witnessing all of this like chaos, right? Fights between Starscream and Ravage and Sound. Let me just check what his name is. I don't know, right? This guy, right? I forgot his name. Right? I think it's Soundwave or something. But he's like, yeah, all this chaos, all the robots are fighting. And between the Spike and Carly are watching, and Spike sort of understands that Optimus is the good guy here, so he pushes Optimus's like blaster towards him so he can cook the absolute mutton chops out of Starscream, right? And we can just skip this. He saves them from an explosion. And this is rollout, like it's beautiful, right? I told you he's amazing at drawing robots, but like things like these, this is pretty good, but like stuff like this, I don't really like the hair as well on Carly. Like if you look at the hair in Transport to Oblivion, which is the second volume's name, you'll see it's a bit more sophisticated without being like spiky, right? The Jetfire tries to come on, but like he falls, and he's like, luckily he comes with Optimus, and yeah, like we just see Optimus. He's being a chill, like an awesome guy, which is what I really love about this comic, the characterization of Optimus Prime, right? It's amazing. He is always trying to help, like the Matrix can heal, this is what Ratchet is saying, but it cannot stop the inevitable. Prime is like nothing to apologize, my G, right? And we see everybody like all the Decepticons gathering, and just so you know, just so you guys know, Starscream has the most Energon. And if you guys didn't know about Energon, which is kind of odd, like you guys like Transformers because you're watching this and you don't know what Energon is, come on, man, get a load of this. So like Energon is like food for the Transformers, which is like a simile which they use right around here. Oh wait, no, that's in a different book, a different issue, right? But like Energon is like the food for Transformers, right? any of the Autobots, Decepticons, and we see a conversation between Dave, who again, refresher, is Carly's dad and not mom, and Sparky, Spike's dad, and so they have a conversation, but Starscream interrupts and he's in the middle of all this, right? And then he looks at Dave, and he just absolutely obliterates him. He like squeezes him and destroys him. It's like there's nothing left of him. He's simply just dead. And it's like it's really sad. But I mean, it's not so sad because you don't know anything about Davy. All you know, one thing, he's Sparky's friend and is Carly's dad. But other than that, he has no character arc and nothing. But now that we're done with that, let's move on to one of my favorite scenes in the entire volume. It's when Optimus gets into nature. He's like, this world, what a beauty. It's unbelievable. Like, crunch, like, it's like, what a beauty, right? He's like, but then as he's like just blazing Earth, and I don't blame him, right? He's in a beautiful spot in Earth where everything's like super peaceful, right? Am I right, guys? And yeah, let's look at him, man. He's just happy, man. What a beauty. But then he finds out that he squashed deer. And this is my favorite part. Oh no, I'm so sorry. And Spike comes up to him and is like, it's okay. It was an accident. I said the whole thing. And Optimus is like, no, I had no idea your home is so fragile. He basically tries to say, what he's trying to convey is, on his Earth, that nothing which he steps on, it doesn't leave marks when he steps, or the ground doesn't sway, because he's on a whole different planet. And Optimus is like, I should have known better. And he's like, absolutely disappointed with himself. But Spike tries to console him. So Optimus Prime, that's your name. He tries to remove the subject. And Optimus is like, yes, damn, that sounds cool. How'd you get a name like that? And we basically get the backstory for Prime and for more background on what happened to Optimus Prime, like the fallout between Optimus Prime and Megatron, which we haven't been introduced to yet, and you'll understand how and why, right? But that gives you more reference, but the Prime name is like basically Primus is actually Cybertron, right? He was a leader, right? He had the matrix of leadership, and to save Cybertron, he transformed to become Cybertron. I'm sorry, to save the Transformers, he became Cybertron itself, right? So he's the planet. And he passed down the name to many successors, but Optimus is now the current one who has the matrix of leadership. And and so then he asks, what kind of name is Spike? And Spike is like, my mom is like, he named it because my hair when I was a kid was spiky. And then Spike explains the concept of my mom and dad to Optimus. Keep in mind, Optimus is from Cybertron, a completely different planet. So he has no clue what mom and dad is. But then Spike says, my mom and dad made me. I guess this is tough to explain, family. So then Optimus is like, family, that is a concept I know very well. Then Spike is like, then you know how much a pain in the... they can be. Well, but they can be, whatever, right? So your mom and dad live here with you on Earth, right? But then we find out that Spike's mom died. So it's like, yeah. Yeah, he basically just explains that his mom is dead and his mom is kind of homeless. No, his mom is dead and his dad is like still like barely here. And yeah, that's what I should have said, right? Then he explains Cybertron was a beautiful place, but like it was destroyed, consumed by greed. And we then get a shot of Optimus and Megatron, which is one of the only shots we get out of 2 volumes, right? Out of 2 volumes. One of the only, maybe out of 3, this is 1 volume. We explained that they got on a ship to escape because of the war. And then Spike says, condolences for your friend, right? Then we meet my MVP of one of my favorite characters in this book, Cliff Jumper. And it's so corny, but it's hilarious. He's like, hey, great leader. It's so corny. but like I love it. Right? So we just get to meet a cliff jumper, and he's like, "What? Who are like these humans?" And Optimus explains, like, "Don't worry, they're humans, brother." And then like we meet Carly, who's like becomes friends with Cliff Jumper by being sassy, and see like that, yeah. And we meet Trailer, who remember like the rollout panel we saw, right? Trailer is like Optimus's like tactical trailer, which he uses to keep Cybertronian bodies intact, right? And then we meet Starscream. Yeah, we just meet Starscream trying to like, he like watch out weaklings. It's hilarious, right? So yeah, he's basically trying to get the energy to power Energon so they can get more Decepticons, which is what both sides are trying to do, actually. But the Decepticons are doing it in a more cruel way, but like the Autobots are doing it in a more like peaceful way, which is exactly like how the sides are. Right, so then we see like the pilot jets like just coming to like let's go destroy these guys because they heard that there was a ship and like robots, and but then Starscream is like, wait a minute, I want to kill these guys, and then he just kills them, right? Like he doesn't hold back at all, like he just absolutely claps them, like literally. He like, look at this, right? He clapped them, right? Then Optimus realizes that the Decepticons are attacking, and they decide to roll out. Right, and Spike's dad, he's like gearing up because he's seen Davey, his friend, getting killed. So he's like, I know what these threats are, right? And he meets Carly and he tells and breaks it to her, and she's like, "What?" And she just starts crying, and then we meet Starscream, who's trying to. Sorry, is that Starscream? Let me check. Yeah, that's Starscream, right? Starscream comes in, but we get the absolute GOAT, Cliff Jumper! Right, Cliff Jumper just jumps in, but then Spike's dad, Sparky, just shoots him, right? And why do the Decepticons need Energon? Well, I'm sorry for the misinformation, guys. They don't actually need it for Fallen. Technically they do, but like they need to power a computer called Teletran, right? I'm pretty sure. And I don't know what they need. I forgot what they need it for, but like I think it's yeah. It's to bring back their fallen warriors, right? Teletran was destroyed earlier on in the early battle, right? Like here, right? He was destroyed here. So so Spiky tells all the other people like, "Yo, guys, we have to like beat these guys up, right?" So Cliff Jumper tries to help, but they shoot him, and then this Autobot this Decepticon comes in and obliterates them. And sorry, and then he starts choking. He tries to start choking. What is her name? Carly. Yeah, just like he did her dad, Davey. Her mom. It's her dad, Davey. But then we get one of my favorite panels. Sorry. Like it's absolutely beautiful. One thing I have to say though, like I feel like this should have been like a full 2 pages, like Alex Ross's work in things like Kingdom Come and Superman for All Seasons, right? He has beautiful 2 pages, right? I feel like this had some potential, but like I also really like the have 2 page. Like it's also fine with me in my opinion. So then we get introduced to the fight, right? They're fighting. This is an all-out brawl. Let me check who it is. Yeah, like it's one of the reinforcements, right? Which they sent. They just keep fighting. Am I right? And then all the adults are shooting at Optimus and the other robots. So like the Decepticon. So they're both shooting at them, and in the way, Spike runs over, and the dummy Spike, he just gets shot. Okay, he just gets shot to the spine, which will be a very important prop point. Yeah, as you can see, that's the spine right there. So Optimus Prime is like enraged. He's like, oh my god damn it. He's like, god damn you, like I freaking hate you, right? Then this is one of the craziest parts. Like, just look at his hand, okay? Just look at his hand. You're kind of played enough with this planet, enough, right? And then you get one of the coolest panels. In fact, like, this is almost on par with the rollout panel, and this is on par with the rollout panel, and in this panel where Optimus like just blams him. Okay, 3, 2, 1, boom! Right? He just rips his hand off. And he's like, I will have no more of it, right? He's like pissed off, right? He's just like super angry. And he starts using it to beat the absolute chicken out of this guy, right? And then he's like, don't you touch him. Sparky is like, don't you touch him to Optimus when he's about to touch, when he's about to help up Spike, right? And then Optimus is like, come with me, right? I'm going to save you both, right? And then we see Starscream transforming, and he's just chasing Optimus down as they're escaping. But then we see Carly in Cliff Jumper, right? She's driving Cliff Jumper, and then they skid over on Starscream, and then yeah, we can just skip this. But like, what happens is Starscream shoots the hospital, which Optimus rushes Spike to, meaning the power is shut down. They have no power. They cannot fix. Right? They cannot fix it. So the Decepticons run away because like they've got all the Autobots, like 4 Autobots getting together, which is like outnumbering like the 2 to 3 Decepticons, right? But the power's still out, and Optimus, this is one of my favorite parts, right? But like, this art is beautiful, be honest with me, right? This art is, like, this thing is beautiful. What he does is, Optimus gets open the Matrix of Leadership and uses its power to repower the building, hospital building, right? But, and this isn't just anything, it's not like you have like 100 apples and you give your friend one. You don't need that many, but you just gave it to him, and it's like you give like 20 to his friend, and it's like, it's good, right? No, when Optimus uses the Matrix of Leadership, it drains him of power like crazy, right? So, but he makes this sacrifice just to save many other people, like not just Spike. There's so many other people in the hospital who he needs to save, right? And it's just beautiful, right? And then we get a nice conversation. Optimus helping out this kid, like making this kid's day better. Like, Make-A-Wish, right? You know Make-A-Wish, right? He's like, I heard he can change into a truck. Is that true? And did this young human, can you show me? And he's like, I suppose. And like, he's really damaged, but he does it anyway. Like, that shows you what sort of Optimus this is. Then he has a nice conversation where Davey says, aren't you a god? And then Optimus is like, no. Like, I was simply just sharing the power I had gotten, right? Ratchet, and here we have a conversation between Ratchet and Prime talking about morality. Should they save the humans? Ratchet is on Team Transformer, which actually sort of has teams for Transformers Volume 2, Transport to Oblivion. But yeah, and Optimus is on saving Earth because he's brought war to this Earth, right? To this planet, right? So he's like, if I did this to this planet, if I got war to this planet, I have to save it out, right? So then we just, we see Davey, who gives an amazing idea, which you will see later, and about Optimus's energy problem. And then we keep in mind, like, if you look at the panel before, right, Optimus's hand is literally chopped off. And then we see Cliff Jumper talking to Carly about mental health. And then Cliff Jumper sees Optimus and is like, wow. And then we see Optimus with his arm back, right? With this all-new, beautiful cannon, by the way. And yeah, he just looks beautiful all out. Sure, he's like pretty destroyed, damaged, right? But he looks beautiful, right? And so we see this part where Starscream is basically just ripping out some random, I don't know who, but like he's ripping out a Transformer's head, right? He's destroying it, right? So in the middle, like, I'll just be showing you these, okay? Then we see him laughing just like he did when he killed Davy, who's Carly's dad, by the way. Oh, mom. That's sick. But we keep seeing like glimpses of mountains. But why? Well, we see what does Starscream say? Haha, victory. I am the Decepticon leader. Today, tomorrow. And this is my, by far, like, one, and this is one of my favorite planets as well, by the way. But don't get me wrong. But, like, this, I love art. I don't think you're ready, guys. Like, look at this Megatron drawing. I don't think you understand how good this is, right? Like, it's beautiful, right? I really love it. I mean, people might not really think it's great, but like, look at the texturing right there, like the inking, right? It's beautiful. It makes you think it's an actual robot. Then we see more comparisons between oopsies, screw me. Alright, we see comparisons of Optimus Prime and Sparky. Keep in mind, they both fought in a war, right? Optimus in the Cybertronian War, and Sparky in his own respective war where he lost his son, right? So we see them looking up, them looking across the battlefield, them holding their fallen comrades. I can't really tell who this is. I can't really see. I don't really understand. But like then we see them charging, shooting, and ripping something out, like a gun out of somebody else's hands. So then we see them talking about their wars. Right, and then we see one of my the idea which Spikey has is basically he wants to try using the dam, which by the way the Decepticons were using earlier. The reason the place which Sparky died in, yeah, that was like a power station. Which if you don't know, Electricity 101. Yeah, most like a lot of power stations, right? They get their electricity from dams, which convert water moving into electricity. You don't need to know how that works. I asked that to my dad, and he told me I didn't need to go that far. Anyways, I'm getting a bit off topic. So they're using the energy to be transported into energon, right? Which is like good enough. Energon is basically electricity, right? So they use a dam, and then everybody's like, Optimus, use it, right? Like, stop being so selfless. Use it, right? And then he's like, nah, first our warriors, right? He's like super selfless, which is what I love about this Optimus. So he cures it, and we meet Elita 1, one of my favorite characters, right? Like, and don't get Elita 1 confused with sorry. This is I'm so sorry, bro. This is RC, right? RC. I just did the mistake, right? Don't get RC confused with Elita 1. Elita 1, right? She's different from RC because RC has like the white thing on her head, right? And Elita 1 has the pink, like, Barbie thing on her head, right? Like, it's sort of like a samurai thing, right? Just like Cliffjumper. Then we see an ambush from the Decepticons, and we see, this is beautiful. Like, Optimus' mentality is like, if anything comes over to my way, it's like, ah! I'm a cookie, bro. And then we see Optimus, like, punching him, right? Yeah, we can just see everybody being happy to see RC back, and then we see Carly falling off, but RC's like, if I don't know who you are, but if Optimus cares about you, I care, then I care too, right? So like everybody's like really devoted to Optimus, right? Like in this group, everybody loves Optimus, but that's something we'll discuss in next episode when we talk about Transport to Oblivion. Right, and then we basically see Optimus taunting Starscream, right, like rage baiting him like hard, right? And then we see Autobots having a victory, but then... Oh wait, never mind. No, sorry. Yeah. Autobots, let's... Wait, what? Autobots, let's like... Wait, what? Bro, there's a page missing, I swear to God. Either way, yeah, they're just disrupted, and they decide they want to fight, right? They want to take the offensive onto, They want to take the offensive one too, right? So then we like, I think I have the page missing. I don't know why. Like, look at this, guys. Like the page right after. Like, I look at this. Like, it's papered in, right? And you go back, but whatever. Like, you see, like they decide to go onto the spaceship, right? They want to go onto the spaceship, and yeah, they want to like beat up. They want to like take the offensive onto the Megatron, the Decepticons, right? And they're like, I'm sorry, Carly. I like Optimus is like whatever, right? We basically see Spike's dad, Sparky talking to Carly like, no, bro, why are you? No, you're not allowed to come. Right? And then they all leave. Wait, what? And then yeah. And then we Optimus. We got incoming right when the when the Autobots go, they're like absolutely destroyed by heavy metal, right? Like destroyed, like they're destroyed by the Constructicons or something, right? And with these new toys, Constructicons, right? They can combine together to make something absolutely massive, right? Absolutely massive. So this is them in the robot form together, but it's absolutely crazy, right? Absolutely, right? So then we see the Autobots like fighting them, right? It's crazy, right? Absolutely crazy. And but then we see Cliff Jumper actually like what Cliff Jumper does is he basically lets the Autobots like bro, just like when the Autobots leave, Cliff and Carly Carly gets into Cliff and then they just drive away, right? Just drive away, and then the Starscream is like, and then the Autobots just come over, rampage them, but like they're losing right now, right? They're losing, okay. And then Cliff is in a position to kill Starscream. By the way, he like shoots him. Sorry, what? Wait, give me a second. Right, wait, let me just go back, right? Sorry, guys. What happens is Cliff is like fighting Starscream, right? He's in a position to like shoot him, right? So then we meet Optimus, right? Optimus is severely injured, but then we see Sparky, right? Sparky is just like, gosh, bro, if only years away. Then he talks about like whenever one of his soldiers, such as his son or like his two sons, Jimmy or Spike died, he always wished he could be in their place instead of them. So then he decided, I can do that right now. I can do that right now. So what he does is when Optimus lets go of the Matrix of Leadership, he runs into the Matrix of Leadership and tells Optimus, tell my son I'm proud of him. And this charges up the Matrix and part of Spike becomes Optimus, right? And then Optimus is powered up. He beats up the Constructicons. And then we get back to Cliff and Carly fighting Starscream. And then Starscream gets shot by Cliff. And then we see them fighting, and then but when Cliff is about to kill him, right? Cliff is like, I can't do it, right? Even though he killed his entire clan, he's like, I can't do it, right? But then he's like, weaklings, I'm a cookie, bro. Then he chokes him just, and then Starscream destroys tries to squeeze Carly just like he did to Davy. But then we won't get to that until a bit. And then we see Optimus like rolling out and cower in the Constructicons, right? Then we see Optimus taunting him, and Optimus beats him up, right? And we get back to the Starscream squeezing Carly, and then bam, right? He destroys Starscream, right? Like when the Constructicons fall on Starscream, it destroys him, right? So Carly is caught by Cliff Jumper, but then we get into an arc which we'll go over in a volume 2, where Carly is like, "Come on, man, you could have ended Starscream. Like, just keep in mind, Starscream doesn't die." So like, Carly is like kind of pissed with Cliff. So when the Constructicons leave, right? and Soundwave, Soundwave, right? That's the name. Soundwave, Autobot, and Transformers. Optimus offers like a peacefulness with Soundwave, but Soundwave is like nah, and then Optimus is like, I just want peace, bruh. And then we get to Optimus saying, "Till next time, Decepticon." Then we go back to the hospital where Spike is in, where the doctor is like, "Spike, don't try to speak." And Spike is like, "Where's my dad?" Okay, so that's the end of the story today, and I'm probably gonna get sued for this because I showed almost every panel, almost every page in the book, right? And I might get copyrighted for this, right? But it's okay. I just want you guys to watch this, have fun, right? Happy and Merry Christmas, right? And have a Happy New Year. I might see you on a New Year actually, but like until next time, I'll be posting volume 2, and then we'll go over my other Christmas haul books, such as Batman Noel and Batman Year 1, which I will be breaking into 4 different videos, because I'm going to be breaking the Transformers one, and I won't be breaking the Transformers one down because I don't know where each issue ends, because it doesn't actually say. So I'll just be and for Batman Noel, I'll just do it full length because it's only 30 pages. And for Batman Year 1, I'll just be breaking it into 4 parts for each issue. But yeah, that's the end of it, guys. See you next time, and peace.